This program is made possible through the generous support of the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation and Easter Seals, Hawaii. This holiday special is a look at the spirit of aloha, embodied in the wonderfully generous relationships people create here in Hawaii. Too often, societal demands exceed resources, yet one of the best and constant examples of giving is the philanthropic organization, the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation, and their support of Easter Seals, Hawaii. Thousands of keiki, their families, and elders throughout these islands have received vital support from this organization over many years. We've all seen buildings or attended events hosted by the Weinberg Foundation. Events like the annual Gingerbread Family Festival, now in its 14th consecutive year. And though nonprofit organizations struggle day to day in these difficult economic times, the Weinberg Foundation continues to be an essential source for people in need. Let's learn more about who they are and what they do.
Reaching out to help Hawaii's needy and poor. Growing aloha by partnering with nonprofit organizations to touch thousands of lives. Educating, empowering, and inspiring the people of our islands. This is the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. Established in 1959 as a Maryland nonprofit corporation, the foundation was the dream of Harry Weinberg and his wife Jeanette. Immigrating from Austria and growing up in Baltimore, Maryland, Harry was a man who lived the American dream. He loved Hawaii and its people and bought his first home in the islands at Hanalei Bay in 1959. Harry never forgot his humble beginnings, and by the time he passed away in 1990, at the age of 82, he had amassed a fortune of over $900 million to be used to help the poor and needy. For many nonprofit organizations in Hawaii, day-to-day survival has become a struggle. All too often, the demands far exceed the available resources, both financially and physically. The Weinberg Foundation financially supports many of Hawaii's nonprofit organizations as they reach out to people in need. The mission of the foundation is to assist those individuals who, through no fault of their own, need a helping hand. Currently, the focus in Hawaii is on the elderly, the disabled, and early childhood services. Since 1990, the foundation awarded grants exceeding $230 million to over 600 Hawaii-based charitable organizations. These grants have proven to be a lifeline to many of Hawaii's people. Many worthy community projects are developed in a cohesive partnership with the Weinberg Foundation. One of the goals of the foundation is to reach out to young people in the community, equipping them to overcome obstacles in their lives and to become productive adults. The foundation in Hawaii is committed to protecting and nurturing the youth of tomorrow and stabilizing the future of the youth of yesterday, and believes that by helping an individual, they will also be helping the family. Grants are given to 501c3 nonprofit organizations in Hawaii helping the poor and needy. The foundation has earmarked $10 million annually for various organizations on Oahu, Maui, the Big Island, and Kauai, whose mission it is to help those individuals with financial resources of less than 50% of the median income of individuals in the community. These funds will help organizations that minister to the general population without discrimination to race, color, or creed. The foundation believes that community planning must include all segments of the community working together. Working together in partnership with the foundation, government, private enterprises, and nonprofit organizations can transform lives and make an impact that lasts forever. The Weinberg Foundation is a living testament to the memory of Harry and Jeanette Weinberg, who left a legacy of hope and aloha for the people of Hawaii.
For nearly 70 years, Easter Seals Hawaii has been providing disability services for children, youth, and adults throughout our state.
There have been many families who have been touched by Easter Seals Hawaii because of the generous support of the Weinberg Foundation.
The tremendous social value of their collaboration with Easter Seals Hawaii has produced innumerable services for multiple generations and thousands of family members. An excellent example is the Gingerbread Family Festival. Stay with us to learn more about Easter Seals' upcoming annual Gingerbread Family Festival. In December of 1999, friends, family, and supporters gathered in a small room at the Blaisdell Center to enjoy the fun of creating 50 gingerbread houses to raise funding for Easter Seals Hawaii. What began with a few sheets of freshly baked gingerbread, candy, icing, and a desire to help Easter Seals has become a beloved island holiday tradition. Easter Seals' biggest fundraiser of the year is the Gingerbread Family Festival, made possible through the generous support of the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. With thousands of people making gingerbread houses, it's great family fun during the holidays.
Easter Seals Hawaii is truly a Kama'aina organization. Hawaii is one of the states that no longer institutionalizes individuals with disabilities and special needs. We provide services statewide. We have locations on the Big Island, on Oahu, on Maui, and on Kauai. It's really a whole community effort in order to help raise these individuals.
"65 years ago, Ohio businessman Edgar Allen lost his son to a streetcar crash. Finding no good medical services available to save his son, Allen sold his business and began a fundraising campaign to build a hospital in his hometown of Elyria, Ohio. No longer hidden from public view, disabled children were welcomed into what would become the National Society of Crippled Children, the first organization in the United States. Here in Hawaii, Edgar and Olga Sultan created a therapeutic intervention program for children with disabilities, the first and only service of its kind in the state. They taught daily living skills so children could achieve greater independence and could realize their emotional, physical, and social potential. Charter members included the Sultans, Dorothy Devereaux, soon to be Governor John Burns, Judge Chuck Mao, Hilo Hattie, and Duka Hanamoku. Sultan School's early intervention program evolved into Easter Seals Hawaii, a national model for infants and toddlers with special needs. Easter Seals Hawaii provides individualized plans that help young adults reach their fullest potential. A shining example is Kaylani Robinson, who was enrolled at Easter Seals when only 2 months old. Now at 21, she is a proud member of the hospitality industry workforce.
Actually started her in at Easter Seals Sultan School when she was about 2 months, and she stayed in the program here. It was a 0 to 3 program. That particular program is so important because at that young age, not just for Kaylani and for her development, which obviously is critical, but also as parents.
And while she was in the classroom receiving services, the parents went into a support group. And so there was a parent facilitator, and we just had a really nice chance to chat, talk about our fears, talk about our aspirations and dreams for our children.
For Kaylani and her parents, Easter Seals Hawaii is the glue that holds everything together. From the programs that helped shape her life as a child to the 21-year-old woman she has become, happy, independent, and employed.
So I am now working at a part-time at Uncle Clay's, and I work there for 2 hours from 12:30 to 2:30, and what I do is I'm hostess as my subject title, and so now when I'm at working, I feel so blessed to be there.
She is a very, very special server here, and we count our blessings every day when she comes to serve with us, because she delivers and serves with pure aloha, pure love. The ohana just love her, and we're so fortunate to have her with us.
For Kauai High School senior Pono Tokioka, playing golf has always come relatively easy. His handicap is 0. But thanks to Easter Seals Hawaii, he does not consider himself handicapped.
I'm tired, I can't hear. So it's more easier to focus at golf and have noises to distract me.
The only sound Pono has known is the sound of silence. Pono was born deaf, but he's never lived in isolation, thanks largely in part to Easter Seals Hawaii.
And if it wasn't for Easter Seals, I don't know where we would be today. And we certainly don't know where Pono would be, because you know, they opened up our eyes and our hearts and our minds to a whole new world that we knew nothing about. So, you know, we owe a lot to Easter Seals. They came in at a time in our lives that we didn't know what to do.
Since then, Pono has excelled. He represented the United States at the World Deaf Golf Championships in Japan and was named Kauai's #1 player by the Hawaii State Junior Golf Association. He is now preparing for graduation and entering the University of Hawaii, where he earned a scholarship to compete on the Rainbow Warrior golf team.
Thinking back to when we first found out he was deaf when he was 1, you know, I think for Jimmy and I, we both couldn't even imagine, you know, what his life would be like. Would he have friends, you know, and it was really scary at the time. And, you know, if we could have just fast forwarded, you know, all those fears would have gone away.
I like my job.
Why?
Because I like work with people, yeah, work at new people.
Cody was probably first diagnosed at an early age. He actually had ear surgery when he was probably around 4, and that's when my sister noticed some of the, I guess, the differences that he had with other children. Cody has intellectual disabilities, so his ability to, like, maybe say the time, he won't be able to really understand the differences in like if 1 o'clock is before or after 2 o'clock p.m. You may have to repeat some of the instructions that you give to him over a duration of time.
I put the shirt in my tank and then put.
The goal for Cody is to have independence. And so eventually what it means for me as his job coach and not his auntie is that he won't need me to be here with him. And so Easter Seals has actually allowed me, because since moving back to Hawaii after the death of my sister, his mother, Easter Seals has allowed me the opportunity to actually come back and be a job coach and spend time with him. So we've been very fortunate, not only for the services that Easter Seals offers for Cody, having his disability, but also for me being a family member, the opportunity to figure out how I can help. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have a good day?
Yeah.
What do it? Yeah.
His father and I expected just a regular, normal, happy, healthy baby, which we do have, but we encountered challenges along the way when Gabriel was an infant, and we remember that day really well. His neurologist put the films up on the wall and turned to us and said, we have some problems. We knew we were entering a world of special needs for children, and the next day we went straight up to Easter Seals asking why this happened to us. I think we tried so hard to do everything right to have a healthy, happy baby, and there are times where it's really hard. It's hard to see Gabriel maybe have a meltdown and not be able to cope with a change in routine, or not even knowing what's causing it. and seeing how upset he can be at times. It's really, really breaks our heart. I think the help that we've received through Sophie, through Easter Seals, through many friends, many family, has really, really helped.
This program is brought to you in part by Easter Seals, creating solutions and changing lives with aloha.
For Tiffany Apana, Easter Seals has been a double blessing. Her first introduction to the organization came by way of referral from her pediatrician when her oldest daughter, Adriana, was 2 years old.
My family and I had a concern about her speech. She was only speaking a couple of words a sentence, so we're just a little concerned about her speech delay.
Though she attended Kamehameha schools, it was the one-to-one attention that she got at Easter Seals Hawaii that helped Adriana turn the corner. And for Mom, it was deja vu with her and her second daughter, Isabella, as she once again started to notice subtle differences.
She was diagnosed with hypotonia at about a year old, and hypotonia means that it's a low muscle tone, and so she didn't have the right muscle tone to sit up and be able to do the same things that one-year-olds her age would be able to.
But thanks to the physical therapist at Easter Seals Hawaii, young Isabella was soon acting like every other one-year-old child.
Easter Seals has given my girls the opportunity to do things that they haven't been able to do on their own. For Adriana, it was speech therapy, and she took off, so she was only speaking 2-word sentences, and now she has a 4.0. She's on the dean's list.
We came in contact with Easter Seals when Richard was in his teen years, so our whole family started becoming more involved. We also did Gingerbread Festival as a family.
I'm a parent of a disabled child, and since he has been involved in Easter Seals, he has shown tremendous growth. And I've seen it not only in him, but in his friends, and all of the other participants in the programs benefit immensely. If you are able to witness some of these events and the transformation they provide, and they give back to the community in many, many ways.
An imaginative and effective series of workshops, camps, and gatherings are all part of Easter Seals Hawaii's ongoing programs. Easter Seals Hawaii is one of our good stories, the story of a community working together, helping those most in need. The synergistic relationship between the Weinberg Foundation and Easter Seals Hawaii shows us how our shared culture and caring sends the purest gifts of aloha throughout the islands and beyond. Over 500,000 hours a year of care and therapy remind us that as a model of diversity for the world, our kokua and kindness to others are the open, gifting hand that is Easter Seals Hawaii.
Easter Seals Hawaii truly does change lives with aloha.
This year will be the 14th anniversary of the Easter Seals Hawaii Gingerbread Family Festival, an event that began in 1999 and has continued to be Easter Seals' biggest fundraiser of the year. The event will be held statewide with thousands of guests and volunteers of all ages, building and decorating more than 1,400 gingerbread houses. So let's give it our best ho, 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 and get ready to crumble. On Oahu at the New Blaisdell Center and Hawaii Island in Hilo on Sunday, December 8th. On Kauai and Maui on Saturday, December 14th. For more information, please visit gingerbreadhawaii.com. Easter Seals Hawaii, changing lives with aloha. This program is made possible through the generous support of the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation.